everyone, it's Lauren. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing the best makeup products of 2019. These are products I've been loving all year long. I did this video, or I filmed it last week, and I had it ready to go live. I had my thumbnail created, I had my video edited, all of that stuff, and I just couldn't make it live. And the reason is, I felt like I didn't fully stand behind each of those products. I just couldn't say they were the best products of 2019. So I decided not to upload that video. I felt like I was just trying to put products in there so that I could have a concealer category and I could have a mascara category, when in reality, I didn't think those products were really the best of the best, and I wanted to make sure that this video is full of products that I can fully stand behind. And all of these products will be linked down below without affiliate links or anything like that. That way you know, these are just solely based off my opinion, what I love, and I compiled those links just to make things a little bit easier for you guys. You can easily find the products that I'm talking about. I'm excited because I truly love all the products sitting in front of me, and I can't wait to share them with you. If you would like to subscribe and you haven't already, I'd really appreciate if you do so by clicking that red button down below. I just hope that you guys know how much you mean to me. I mean, 2019 has been a roller coaster, and a real light in my life has been YouTube. You know, talking with you guys in the comment section, interacting with you in so many different ways, just really, it's been great. And I don't want to get emotional or anything because this video is going to be long enough, but just know how much you guys have meant for me in 2019, and I cannot wait for 2020. I hope you guys have had a great 2019 and have a great 2020. Let's go ahead and get into it. I need to stop blabbering. Here we go. So I have a giant box of just a few products because initially I had so many more sitting in here for me to talk about. So if you see me sitting like this, it's because I have a giant box and I just didn't want to maneuver pulling products back and forth. I'm lazy like that, and I want to go through the products in the order that I would apply them to my face. I'm going to try my best to have some sort of order when talking about these products, but if I skip a category, just know it's probably because I meant to. It could also mean that it's going to come later in the video. You never really know with me. But this is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter hydrating primer. Here's what it looks like. It's $32. This primer is a little bit pricier, but I find with hydrating primers, they're for the most part meant for when you're using a tinted moisturizer or a lightweight foundation. And that kind of irritates me because as often as I do wear lightweight foundations, and I like having primers that'll work with those type of products, I also want to wear, full coverage foundation sometimes. And this pairs really well with full coverage foundations. It also, of course, pairs well with the hydrating foundation that Fenty came out with, which I find is a little bit more lightweight to medium coverage and feeling. But there's two things. I love the packaging and that it is a pump, which makes things so easy in the morning when I don't want, I don't know, I feel like kind of, screwing a cap off and squeezing can be a little inconvenient. A pump for me is just really nice. One thing I will say is, I don't know if I'm just not careful enough, but I feel like I take relatively good care of my products. And I mean, I need to do a whole video on just product packaging that's awful. This packaging, I don't know if you can see, but the lid is just completely cracked and broken. It just, I don't know, it seems kind of flimsy for a $32 product, but maybe I just did something in travel and totally messed it up. I don't know. But overall, it's a really nice product. I really, really enjoy it and would definitely recommend it to people with, normal to dry skin. Like I said, if you have more oily skin, I think this is going to be a product you might want to not buy, but I know that they have other primers in Fenty's range that are probably going to be good or better for people who have a different skin type than me. So this is a newer favorite to me, so take this with a little bit of a grain of salt, and knowing I've only been trying it out for about 2 months now. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. Here's what it looks like. This foundation has been really nice for not only, like I'm wearing it today, not only for filming days, but also on the everyday. I just find that it wears throughout the day very nicely, especially for a more full coverage foundation. I would definitely say this has medium to full coverage, and I just really like the benefits of it. I really haven't found my skin to react poorly to this, and sometimes when I'm wearing a full coverage foundation all day long, it can, but I've really not noticed any troubles with this whatsoever. I will say, I don't know how luminous it is. I've been trying to, wear it with normal primers and luminous primers as well, and I really haven't found that it's that luminous, which I personally don't mind. I don't love for my skin to be super radiant. I don't love for it to be typically super matte either, so I feel like this is kind of good in between, just a real natural satin finish, which I've very much been enjoying. Like I said, like the way it wears. I think it works really, really well. I can attest to, how well it works on other skin types, but I know for me and my dry skin, it works incredible. I promise I have more drugstore products in this video, or I have drugstore products in this video. However, this next one is another higher end one, and it's definitely up there in price. I'm sure you've heard people talk about it. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish Airbrush Powder, and this retails for $45, which is definitely very pricey, but this is a miracle powder. Like, it's truly amazing. It's kind of, I've heard some people say it's like Facetune in a compact, and I really believe that to be true. I find that it just completely blurs my skin like nothing else can, and I heard people say that. I was like, yeah, right. And then I finally waited till I had a gift card and I purchased it, and I was so impressed. And it just continues to impress me. I like using it all over my face as kind of a finishing setting powder than necessarily underneath my eyes. I'll occasionally use it, but I think it really does shine when you're putting it all over the face as kind of a finishing powder, or even I kind of like to do it where I put it on before my bronzer and my blush. Then I put on my bronzer and my blush, and I kind of use the brush just with the excess powder that I had on before and just kind of like blend everything out, and it looks beautiful. So here's what the inside of the compact looks like. The powder is just very fine. Like, you really do not feel it whatsoever when you're putting it on your face. It has very little tint. And so there's only 3 shades. This is the shade Fair, and I would say if you have anywhere from fair to light to like, I don't know, just be careful. Go in store and swatch it because there's only 3 shades, and I know that the medium shade is, if you're typically someone who has lighter skin, go with the Fair. Like, just go with the Fair because this one works really nice for me, and if you have similar skin to me, then you'll definitely enjoy this. But I know, here's my thing. Here's what I'm trying to say is the shade range is lacking, and hopefully now that I feel like more and more people are talking about this, they'll kind of amp up, you know, the shade range, and it'll get better. Can you guys tell that I'm just super out of it today? Like, it has been the longest week. I know holidays are normally like the best time, but there's just been a lot of stressful stuff going on in my life right now, and I'm trying to kind of work through it, continue on. So if you just think that I'm a little bit off, it's probably because I am. The next product is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Milk Chocolate Bronzer. It's $30. This bronzer I've been loving. You probably heard me mention it in a ton of my videos this year because I have. I'll show you what the inside of it looks like. It does look a little bit orangey, and it definitely has like a why can't I get this open? It definitely has like a terracotta undertone to it. It's definitely more warm toned, but it doesn't come across too orangey on the face. I really like this because of how buildable and blendable it is. I just feel like it does a really nice job of just lightly, like every single time I put it on, I feel like I can layer it up really nicely. I don't have to worry about going in with too heavy of a hand. I do always tap off my brush before I go in with this bronzer because I do use synthetic brushes. So they're very smooth and they definitely pick up a lot of product. So I do have to tap it off. But in general, it's a very buildable product, and I just love the way it blends in with my foundation and my blush. It just looks really pretty, and I find that I can use it all year round because in the summer, I can really build it up to, you know, the more bronzy look that I'm going for, and then in the winter, when I just want a light wash of color, I can do that as well. So here we have another pricier product, but this blush, it took me a while to purchase this one as well because it's the most expensive blush that I have in my collection. And I know that there are more pricier blushes out there, but for me, this was pretty pricey. It was a pretty penny. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush. Here's what it looks like. It's got that nice reflective packaging. It's $40. And here's what the inside of it looks like. I have mine in the shade Diffused Heat. And you'll see that, I mean, there's a little bit of a swirl going there. It kind of has these like magenta stripes in it, but it also has that white shade. And I feel like when they're mixed together, it just gives the most beautiful, it's like this baby pink. And I just think it gives this really nice flush to the cheeks that's oh so natural. And it has a little bit of a sheen to it. It's got that radiance, but it's not too crazy, you know. I feel like a lot of times with satin blushes, they can look a little much. They can be, because for me, for highlighter and for more shimmery products, I want it to be more concentrated. I don't want it just all over my cheeks. But for this, I think it's really pretty and just adds a little bit of life back into the skin, which is totally something that I'm looking for in a blush. So you know how I said there are categories where I have no products? Well, this category makes up for it. Single Shadows is... This has been like the product of the year. Single Shadows have had my heart this year. So I have 3 different formulas to mention, 4 different products in total. It's a lot, but I don't have an eyeshadow palette to mention, and the reason is they're like the eyeshadow palette that I mentioned last year and my beauty favorites for 2018, and same with like the concealer and the mascara. All of those products I still fully stand behind, and those are my favorites, and it seemed kind of useless to mention them again, especially with how much I talk about them on my channel regardless of me saying they were the best product of that year. So if you want to check out that video, I'll have it linked down below, but eyeshadows. So the first formula is a little bit pricey. It's a little bit up there. It's the Hourglass Scattered Light Glitters that are $29 each. I have 2 different shades, and I like both of them. I do have a favorite, but the other one comes very close. So this is the one that is my second favorite. I hate saying it like that, but it is. This is the shade Smoke, and it's just perfect for a really quick, easy, smoky eye. I love putting it in the outer V. I also have been loving kind of like doing, I don't know how to describe it, but kind of lining my upper lash line with it. It's really pretty when you do it like that. And then I also have the shade Reflect. This one totally has my heart. I love using it year round. It's just beautiful. It's like this champagne rosy gold shade, and it looks beautiful with so many different looks. I like pairing it with more of like a pinkier look on the face or more of a, you know, neutral brown tone look. It's really pretty. So then we have a Drugstore shimmer shadow that I've really been enjoying. This is one you've heard me talk about a lot. This is the L'Oreal Chromatic Bronze Loose Pigment in the shade As If. This is incredible. It's a $12 shadow that I really do feel works very easily, but also looks like, you know, it took you so long to do your eyeshadow when it really did not. This eyeshadow, it definitely is a rose gold shade. It's got a little bit of a champagne pigment to it. You can see it's just kind of like those MAC, what are they called? Like the not pressed glitters, that's stupid. Like they're loose glitters, and you know, it's really not that hard to maneuver. The way that I've been just been doing it is a lot of product will build up on the top, and I just take my brush or even my finger and I'll just apply it on the lid, and I can either, you know, amp it up by using a palette in conjunction with it, or I can just like blend it up into the crease and that'll look really pretty. The last shadow is kind of a stack set, so you're getting 3 of them. This is the Kaja Beauty Bento Shimmer Shadow Trio in the shade Rosewater. That's what it looks like. This comes with 3 different shades. It's $21. I think I already said that, but it's whatever. So this first shade right here is the one that totally drew me in. This is the one I definitely get the most use out of. I sometimes use all 3 of the shades together, but this is one that I feel like I use all the time. Here's what it looks like. It's just this light baby pink shade. Really pretty. The difference between these and like the other 2 shadows that I just mentioned is these are a lot more glittery. They don't focus as much on the pigment as they do the glitter. So if you don't love glitter, you may not love this. There's the next shade. And I feel like as we go down, it's like this is the shade that I use the least, but I still feel like I get enough use out of it to constitute the price. And then here's this last really pretty magenta shade. So this is beautiful. I feel like I can use it as a more cool tone look if I use all 3 of the shades, or if I just want something a little bit more warm tone, subtle, then I'll just go with this top shade right here in conjunction with another palette. So those are the eyeshadows I really love and would definitely recommend. Now let's get into lip products, because I do have quite a few lip products, but they're all like different types of products. They're not all the same, you know, lip gloss, lip gloss, lip gloss, even though I do have a lot of lip glosses to talk about. This is the Sephora Melting Lip Click, and this is $14 in the shade Caramel. This is the perfect, for me, my lips with a better color. Whenever I just want a little bit of a tint to my lips, nothing too intense, but just like, I don't know, to amp it up, make me look a little more alive. This is what I go for. What I love about this, the best way to describe it is it's like a 4-in-1. It's like a lip gloss, a lip balm, a lipstick, and a lip oil. And it has like the best benefits of each of those type of products. I mean, it has the tint like a lipstick would give you. It has the like balming effect because it has like castor seed oil and a bunch of other really good ingredients to nourish and moisturize our lips. It's like a lip oil because of like that slick kind of feel to it that I just really like. As long as the product isn't sticky, I don't personally mind having kind of a slick, glidey feel to my lips. I kind of like it. And then it has that glossy effect because of the way it looks on your lips. I've talked about this in so many different videos, and I really would recommend it. So it absolutely breaks my heart that I'm almost out of this because I've talked about it so much on my channel. It is the NARS Lip Gloss in Ophelia, and this retails for $26. First off, I love the NARS lip gloss formula in general, but this is my favorite shade and has been for the past few years. I think I did mention this one in my 2018 favorites video, to be honest, but I had to mention it again because it's what I use all the time. I love using it in the summer when I'm doing more warm tone eye looks. Like that's typically what I do during the summer, and I find this pairs beautifully with that. It's just this perfect shimmery rose shade that I just love wearing on its own. I love pairing it over a lipstick. It is the perfect lip gloss for, I feel like it would work for a lot of different people, so highly recommend this. So I have 2 different lip balm formulas to talk about. The first one is the one that I like to use throughout the day just because of the really the packaging of it makes it so easy, but I also like the effects that it has for my lips. This is the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. Here's what it looks like. This is in the grapefruit version. So it has like that grapefruit scent, but it also has, you know, a grapefruit like coloring to it. It smells amazing. I don't know if y'all have ever had like sparkling ice or if you have that where you live, but they have a grapefruit flavor which smells and tastes exactly like this. Like, it's crazy. Probably because, you know, they're both grapefruit, but like, whatever. This I love so much because it's a squeezy tube, and for lip balms that I'm applying throughout the day, I'm constantly applying lip balms. I do not bring lip balms with me that are pots, that are squeezy tubes where you need to use your finger to put it on the lips. Like, I just like a product that I can easily apply to the lips because, I mean, I wash my hands pretty darn often, but when I'm in school, I can't just go to the bathroom in between every class. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to go wash my hands. Like, I have to pick up pencils and books that so many other people have been using and touching. It's just, I don't know. Like, I feel like whatever you're doing throughout the day, it's kind of, unhygienic to just, like, randomly, like, you know, put your finger in and put it on your lips. Like, it's just kind of gross. But I love this not only for, I don't know, the easiness. I don't know, I can't think of the word. I just love it because of how easy the product is to work with, but also because of the tint. It just gives a really, really subtle pinky tint to the lips, but it also gives a really nice glow, which makes me look more alive, a little more put together than my, you know, crusty lips when I don't have this product on. So love applying it throughout the day. I always keep it in my backpack. I really want to pick up some more, like, versions of it. I know they have, like, a pear version, which I'm kind of intrigued by because it's kind of like a clearer color, and I don't love pear scent, but I feel like I would really like it in this. Now, for the two lip balm, or like not the two lip balm, but they're two different shades. I have them for different purposes. The first one is one I've gone through multiple times. It is the Vaseline Creme Brulee Lip Therapy, and these are really affordable. They're like $2, and this is in a pot. So obviously this is something I like to only use when I'm at my house, and this is something I use every single night before bed. I love putting on a lip balm, and it's 9 times out of 10 this one that I'm using. It smells really good. It reminds me of, like, it really just smells like vanilla, to be completely honest, but you do kind of smell that Vaseline undertone. But Vaseline has, it just is so pure of a lip balm. Like, it does not have any of the ingredients that are like excess and you don't really need. It's really just the basic ingredients. I believe it has like shea butter, and I don't want to like go through and list all the ingredients because I don't know, as a matter of fact, off the top of my head. But I could do a video on lip balms in the future because I really love them. But then I also have a different shade, and this is a newer one to me, but I really like using it as I'm applying my makeup, like to have on my lips just as I do it, because I feel like a lot of times it kind of prevents me from, I can be a little messy with my foundation and it can get on my lips, and when I have a really emollient product on my lips, I don't want that getting in my foundation because it just would be gross to have that like on my skin. So I like having a little bit of a tint, and I think it just kind of prepares my lips for whatever lip product I'm going to be putting on later in the routine. This is the Vaseline Lip Therapy in the rose version. It's really pretty. It looks like it come across really pink. It honestly just has more of a rosy tint to it. I don't love the scent quite as much. It's a little floral, but it's not too much. I don't love floral in general, but I kind of don't mind this. I definitely like this scent better, but I like this tint better, so it's kind of a trade-off. Alright guys, that about wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. I'm obviously not going to be doing another yearly favorites video until 2020 is almost at its end, which is so far away I can't even think about it, but in the meantime, I like to do current makeup favorites videos throughout the year. I tried for a while doing monthly favorites videos, kind of worked for a little bit, then I tried doing, you know, every other month. It's just gonna be as needed, if you know what I mean. Like, when I have a lot of favorite products that I want to share, that's when I'll do a video when enough products have accumulated in my collection that I really think are amazing and I want to mention in a dedicated video. So that's kind of what you'll probably see in the future if you guys enjoyed this one, so just let me know. Let me know what products you've been loving throughout 2019 in the comment section down below. I'd love to try out whatever products you guys have to recommend. If you're new here and you haven't already subscribed, I'd really appreciate if you do so to join a part of the family. I promise I'm not always this, of course, like, I'm trying to think of a word for, like, airheaded or spacey, but yeah, I'm not always this discombobulated in my videos, but who knows, in the future that could be where we're heading to, because it is my senior year of high school and I am definitely getting senioritis. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Everything that has happened in 2019 in general, but also with my channel, just really means a lot, and I love all of you that I've kind of like created a friendship with and a community with. It really means a lot, so thank you so much. I hope to see you in my next video, and I hope you have a great couple of days till then. Bye!